The biggest impact we have seen so far is the lack of face-to-face communication. So this lack of face-to-face communication kind of impacts a lot of phases during job search. Like first, they don't job seekers might not have ways to find a job because a lot of them relied on walking to a fast food store or into a supermarket to look into available positions, but they are now not allowed to do that. So first finding a job could be hard, and then I think we mentioned this or Alex mentioned this before. Say a lot of soft skills or personal traits are not able to be conveyed.
Also, the availability of jobs that this community uh, predominantly targets, which involve face-to-face interactions. A lot of those jobs are kind of, no longer there or they're limited.
Another is companies no longer hire that much people, and even they no longer hire people offline. So we are having career fairs um, online. So that may be a big barrier for those job seekers who don't have internet access.
Communicating through technology through internet might be something not so convenient or not so convenient to this marginalized population because of digital divide.
I've noticed too, job seekers reporting a lot of job scams during the pandemic, um, especially related to work from home jobs and how these have increased. And now um, they are gaining a lower trust in these digital employment tools from the job scams, and also um, sometimes these inaccurate recommendations that these online sites are giving. Um, so job seekers just having to transition to that digital space is a big step for them, and especially during a pandemic when there's already a limited number of jobs available, which I think is a big factor to remember that will boost the competition.
The public health of individuals in these communities have also been disproportionately impacted. And so that's also just something to keep in mind, that while we're talking about job seeking, these other factors really do impact their ability to seek a job and maintain it. Health insurance is really important, but a lot of individuals in these communities have a hard time coming by that. So I think all these other factors play a role.
And I'll second that too, with job seekers that I interviewed, especially during the pandemic, when there's a dire need for income, and they are living off of maybe a few stimulus checks, not having that feedback too from employers and not knowing where to go from there is really frustrating and discouraging for job seekers as well.
I do think even prior to the pandemic, individuals in these communities, we did see in the research um, issues around mental health. I do think that, losing a job, being unemployed for a certain duration does have an impact on mental health, not just in low income contexts, like otherwise as well. And I do think that that is also an issue that has been amplified in this case.